Hey everybody, True Prime here with another True Prime review, and yes, I know you guys can see the package. I'll get back to that in a second. First, an update. The Surging Sparks binder, for those of you that are wondering what happened, I'm sorry I haven't been able to upload any videos. I had a bunch of videos, I don't know what happened to them. But yeah, but the next video I upload about that will be after I pay my friend back for the Pikachu he found for me, the last Pikachu, the some odd $300, maybe $400 by now, one that he found for me. Once I'm finished paying him for it, he's gonna hand it to me, and then I'm gonna do a video, a quick review, a quick update video showing the binder. I promise you on that one. Okay, it's gonna take me a few months to pay him back for it though. Okay, now that that's taken care of. Last year, Hasbro's HasLab did announced a Transformer that would come out if it reached enough goals. I am proud to say to everyone that they overshot that goal. So much so that we got everything that was apparently we got everything that was in the thing. Now, this is a blind reaction. I literally have not opened this box yet, as you guys can see. This is the haslab liokaizer. I was waiting for this. I finally got it. Let's see. Let's get it into it. Got my skeleton. Got my dark side bones. Dark side blades knife here. This is going to be uncut. There's going to be no cuts in this. This is going to be uncut, all one shot, hopefully. Even if something goes wrong, I'm going to keep the camera rolling. If the camera gets knocked over, I'm going to keep it rolling. If I make a mistake, I'm going to keep it rolling. If someone comes down the stairs, God forbid, but I will keep it rolling. Alright. And got to be very careful here. Let me lower the camera. And I do have a turntable on the side here, which I will grab after it's all said and done. You know what? Screw it, I'm going to grab it now. We'll grab the turntable right now, so that way I have it. Because there's going to be a lot of things that I want to do the turntable with. You guys can hear it in the background there. It's wood, so I'm going to have to turn it myself. It's not an automatic. I don't have an automatic turntable. Work with what you got, right? Alright, here we go. Okay, very carefully. I don't want to scratch anything. But knowing Hasbro, I ordered stuff from them before. It's probably a box within a box. I have seen no videos on this. This is entirely a fresh review. Basically, I'm going into this blind. I made sure I go into this blind. Every time I saw somebody had posted a video, I steered clear of it. Because I wanted my own first reaction for when I opened the thing. So I have no idea what to expect from this. Okay, both sides, very carefully. Just in case they didn't do a box in a box, but this box was heavy, so it wouldn't surprise me if they did a box in a box. They did that for my Lord Draken helmet, which is sitting on my mantle. Yep, it's a box within a box. Oh, okay, all right. We turn it upside down here real fast. So I just, how about I take them out? There we go. All right, put this off to the side. Okay, and it's a box within a box. I have no clue which side is up now, but I think it's this side because, well, obvious reasons. Alright. I say I will be showing this on my stream later. True Prime on Twitch. Just look up True Prime. You should be able to find me. I'm doing every Friday night is horror night, and Monday and Wednesdays we do. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays we do another game. We don't play horror games unless it's obviously horror month. No, but yeah. And then Saturdays we do a little bit of building if I have something to build, and two. And then we get to the game, and then we go back to the game. So yeah. So look at that. That is so cool. Careful now. Don't want to rip the box. Slide it out nice and easy. Another turntable. So I'm going to put this off to the side. And that box is massive. Holy sh! Cow. This. I don't want to swear on my YouTube channel. Yeah, YouTube's real a little finicky about that, but it looks awesome. I mean, look at that. You got all the team. They even included Des Cobra. You got Liokaizer right here. Generations, Legacy. And it's hard to make out, but it says Transformers Legacy on it. liokaizer on the bottom, and Victory in Japanese right there. And something else in Japanese, which I can't read, which I'm only assuming says Transformers. 15 and up, Hasbro. This is going up on a spot that I had picked out for it from the moment I ordered it. And this thing, I love that front, the artwork on that front right there. Let's go to the side. Now I do keep the boxes in case one day I move. I do have the boxes available to pack everything back in. Almost everything that I own still has the box, which is good news. When I say almost, is I wasn't always a box collector. I wasn't always the keeper of I didn't always keep the boxes, but yeah. One thing led to another, so stuff got wrecked, and ever since then I've held on to the boxes if possible. This is going to be a box that I'm going to do my best to hold on to if possible. Especially, not just for the fact that it's a good thing to store it in if I ever move, that way nothing happens to it. Also, it's a good... Also, the artwork, I'm loving the artwork. I don't want this artwork to go to waste either. Oh, ho, 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 ho. That is nice. Transformers down here. Excuse the fan, it is hot down here, so I do have a fan going in the background. So, Transformers. Again, the team and Des Cobra right here. liokaizer up here. Oh my. Japanese. On the back, we have some product shots of what it's capable of doing. So this is going to be interesting to see, to check out. You got the haslab thing here. This is my first haslab item, and I am excited to dig into it. Okay, we got all the other stuff. Authentic Transformers, Karatomi. There was a third party, but I didn't want to shell out the money for the third party, especially that I didn't care much for that third party. And obviously, don't get me wrong, I got nothing wrong with Combiner Wars. I have quite a few of them, and I like the ones that I have, but their version of liokaizer just didn't work. It just felt wrong, which I guess is understandable because a lot of them are just repaints of the same mold, really. You think about it. But that one just felt wrong because, yeah. Well, Skylease in general in that line just felt wrong to me, in the Combiner Wars line. So, yeah. The one that comes out after Combiner Wars, the one where he can separate again, fine. I like that one. But I don't have that one, but I do like the artwork, the style of that one. If I can get my hands on that one, I will. All right, we got right here, we got the team, minus Des Cobra, but yeah. By the team, we got Liokaizer, Skyhawk, Bison, and I'm only doing, editing that out for safety reasons because of YouTube. Jaguar, I thought his name was something else, but oh well. Drillhorn and Elbat. Apparently we can't say anymore, so his name is Elbat, even though it's bat in Japan. So yeah. So there we go. There's the top again. And here's the bottom with the words and things and stuff and everything else you need, all the little information and all the little pointless product information nobody ever reads is right here. Well, somebody out there might read it, but I don't. Even the barcode and all that, yeah. And I stress this enough, and this sounds pretty stupid when I say this, but there is no choking hazard label on here that I can see. There probably is one, but this is a collector figure, so obviously hopefully anybody that has this is smart enough not to do that. Not to do the obvious. Alright. Anyway. On to opening the box. Let me get this out of the way. Here. And come here. Come here. We're going to cut the tape. And this so gently. Because this knife is sharp as hell. Okay, I think that's the last. Hopefully that's the last we're going to need of it. And what the? Huh? Okay, it's in. Who's gotten a haslab before? Is this normal? Because I've never gotten a haslab thing before. Right? Honestly, is this normal for the way the boxes are normally? For anything like this? I mean, I think it's drawers. Little drawers. Okay. There we go. Alright, I guess this is 2, so we'll open that one in a second. Oh, they all, okay, the little cases. Alright, we're gonna pull them out one at a time, and I will slide them back in as we open them. I do like that they did that though. No wonder the box was so huge. Okay, I'm gonna put the box off very carefully off to the side for now. And I don't understand Transformer E, so I'm going to assume that this is the first one. And we're going to open this and okay. Look at that. I'm not going to take them out yet. Look at that. Oh, that is nice looking. I will take a look at them in a little bit. I want to take a look at each one, see what we have to deal with, and then I'll go from there on what to do. Okay, here's the instructions. This is what I was looking for to start, because I don't know what the heck's going on. Little information. Oh yeah, here's all the little extra bits. I don't think I'm going to review the extra piece. I don't know if I'm going to do this or not. But we will see. If I don't know this, like I said, this is a blind review. I'm going to review this thing and unbox the thing all in one. So I'm going to have to review this part too. This will be the last part of the review though. This will definitely be last. Well, last after I review each figure anyway. Yeah, so that will go over here for last. Okay, let's see what we got in here. We got, oh, there's that Cobra. Oh, that is sick. Alright. That'll be second. And then, oh, that'll be third. And here's the other two. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, that is cool. Okay, then. Now we know which ones we're doing. This is second. That's third. This will be last reviewed. Okay. Let me get this all set up here. And let's get these guys out of their clamshell here. Okay. We got all the chest minions right here. So we got Death Cobras, which we'll look at when we look at Death Cobra. We've got, I think this is out, what other ones are, okay, these two, this one right here, I think is Jaguars. Yeah, I can tell from the picture here on the instructions. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stay. Okay. Yeah, I can tell from the picture of the instructions that this is Jaguars. This is Bison. This is Bison's, I believe. Or maybe not, I don't know. Okay, I know that one's Jaguars, that much I know. Which one's... Let me see whose is whose. We get... Yeah. Oh, and it tells you which ones are which. So apparently what looks like number 2 is actually number 1. Yeah, that's kind of funny. But, yeah. Okay. Let me get something here. Alright, we got minions. The chest minions, obviously. Here. A combination here of how to transform each guy and who they belong to. So this one is one of the ones we're doing. Apparently, the blue one and the green one. Okay. All right. Okay, and these guys, the rest of these go over here. The other 4 go over here for right now. This, I think, belongs to Bison. Yeah, okay. This belongs to Bison. I'm going to put that off to the side. Oh, whoa. Not editing that. Not editing anything on this. Alright. 1, 2, and 3. Let me get this out of the way. Off to the side. I will be slipping this in the box later. Yeah. Okay, first things first though. Take a look at all the artwork. Again, nice artwork. Same thing we saw on the front, but still, I love the fact that it extends to this. And just look. I had to look in here a second ago just to see which one of these go with who. But yeah, we get colored instructions. Actual instructions in color. let's see if that extends all the way through. It does. Oh, even shows you how the stand works and everything. Oh, that is nice. That is nice. That is definitely gonna. Sorry. That is definitely going to be perfectly edited. Now, I don't know if I'm going to keep him combined or not, but yeah. I may just display him in robot, all of them in robot mode. I mean, think about it, there's enough of it. I'm sure there's enough of stuff to show them off in robot mode. Okay. And then the haslab. Okay, we will refer to this if we need it. I'm one of those people that likes to try and see if I can do it myself. Who should we see first? Which one? Which one? Which one? Well, you know what? Let's go with... I don't remember their names off the top of my head right now. Hopefully it's in here. Hopefully the names are in here. Yeah, okay. Skyhawk. Skyhawk's chest minion is you. So, alright. Alright, let's get Skyhawk up here. Get the other two out of the way for right now. Mind you, this is completely unedited and uncut, so I do apologize how long it is, but yeah, I think I was supposed to. Yeah, that would make sense. Yep, I'm right. Okay, good. Okay, so, oh, cool, it's got landing gear. I can get it out of there. I don't want to break this thing. I'm gonna, excuse me a second here. That little pry bar here. And that is, okay, good, got that out. And there we go. And there's Skyhawk. See if we can get his little friend, little chest minion changed up. Yep. And his chest minion is a hawk, I guess. Looks like a hawk anyway. So yeah. So, there we go. There's Skyhawk and his chest minion. Skyhawk in vehicle mode, and oh my god, this looks sick. I don't know where the actual weapons are right now, but oh, okay. Funny thing, these are the weapons. Interesting. I'm not too familiar with Victory. I've only seen a few episodes, but this guy, but all this stuff that I've seen about this guy definitely made me want to get him. Well, all the ones that I've seen about the G1 one, and I know the G1 stuffers from GPS, so this was a better option. Definitely the better option. If I could, I figured it, and I figured if I'm gonna get one haslab thing, it's gonna be something I want, and I'm a huge Transformer fanatic. So anything robot really, Transformers, Power Rangers. Well, I'm a toy collector and a huge fanatic when it comes to robots, so yeah. Do apologize that I don't have a close-up of it. Like I said, this is entirely... Alright. I'll bring it a bit closer. Yeah, that's nice. Alright. And let me see if I can figure him out without the instructions. I know this is risky because it's a haslab, but it looks pretty self-explanatory. Think you gotta do this, folders in there. Oops, yes. Do that. Do that. Oh yeah. Pegs. There's some arm here. Not seeing any issues yet. Arm here. And I guess this untabs. I'm not sure how the feet. How do I wait? Is there a locking mechanism? Okay. There. Okay, I gotta look at the instructions. Got it so far, and then I gotta look at the instructions because I'm a little trying to figure this out here. Okay. I think I got it. So there is a locking mechanism here, I think, according to them. And this should, yeah, fold out. And then should be able to, from there, yep. This should come down and over that, and this. Oh, this was risky. There's a little panel here. Deep. Thank God for that slide peg. Okay, and hold on. Down there a little tight. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little tight. There. Okay. Thank God that's on one of these. I'm actually glad that that exists because it slid. It came right off and was able to slide right back on. So, yeah. Head. And here we have the first one of our characters. Skyhawk, and let me try and get the chest on him. Should go right here. Yep. And here we have Skyhawk with his minion attached. Let me get in a little closer for you guys on this one. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Alright, and then I guess this is his weapon. Yeah. So, it was like that. And I can see the blasters, but yeah. There he is with the blaster. Okay, Skyhawk's done. Put him up here. Okay, next, we're gonna do Elbat. Okay, so I'm guessing I have to. Yep. And there's linear here. This one comes out actually smoother than the other one. What's his name? Yeah, my brother's name. Skyhawk. I needed a pry bar to get the landing gear out. So, and then this is his, which I guess is, yep. Okay. And there we go. There's Elbat with his chest minion. Alright, let's see if we can figure him out. He looks about the same. So they're probably the same character, just more or less the design of the robot is probably the same thing. So, alright, let's see if we can do this. See if it's the same transformation. It looks like it's going to be the same transformation. So, let's see. So we can get the same transformation with him. And again with the locking thing right here. Just gotta push that out. Just gotta flip that out. You gotta flip out the arm to get the legs to come down. That is an interesting little. There we go. Interesting little thing here, and this guy is on there tight. He is on there. He is in there. He doesn't want to come undone, does he? Okay, give me a second here. He's being stubborn. I hate when the toys are stubborn. This makes me feel like I'm going to break it. Give me a minute. Okay, I got a complaint here now. I feel like I'm going to break it. I'm trying to do this. How tight that is in there. Don't tell me I got the one with the quality control issue. Do not tell me I got the one with the quality control issue. Got this figure too, and I will be really upset if I have a quality control issue with this thing. He's coming. He doesn't want to, but he's coming along. Okay, he's being stubborn. I'm sorry this video is going longer than it should have. I didn't think he'd be this stubborn. There we go. I had to rock him back and forth a bit. And a bit to get him loose. Alright. Get him loosen up a bit. Okay. Now, there we go. Again, slides right over. And, yeah. And that does not hand over here. And this one actually slides a little bit easier than Guy Hawk did. But, yeah. Okay, and here we have whoa, little back heavy. Keep in mind, it's been a while since I've done a review, so I'm not entirely. I'm rusty, so yeah. So here's Albat. I guess that's how it goes. Yep. Now I see holes in his arms, so I'm gonna take a while, I guess, and see if I can. Oh, you can. Cool. You can have a shoulder-mounted gun. Well, a wrist-mounted gun. That's pretty cool. Okay, we're gonna put him back. Put him over here. We have, it's 2 down, 5 to go. Well, 6 to go, technically speaking, if I'm, if I'm being honest. This is going to be a long video. All right. And then we got to do the combination. Liokaizer. Oh, sorry. Liokaizer. I call it Liokaizer. Whoops. All right. Okay, these come up. Again, another. This one is mostly robot on the bottom. Clearly. This one's a pretty bulky robot. Looks like. Okay. Yeah, so come to think of it, I don't know if the others can. I don't know whether the others can get their. Yeah, if I'm missing something, I apologize. I just now saw that his minion can connect to here. Oh no, it just connects to the bottom. It just shows him next to it. Never mind. It just connects to the bottom here. Alright, so you. Alright. Yep. Okay. Liozak with his flying lion thing. What's so nice I can show what kind of creature it is. It's definitely a lion-esque thing with wings. But yeah, there's him with his chess minion. Alright. So I can do this. This one seems a little more easier figured out than the last one. Whoa. Nothing. You got nothing flew off. Yeah, this one seems a little more understandable. More self-explanatory than the last two. Yeah, that doesn't... Yeah, there we go. Okay. Click this whole unit. Looks like it comes back. Yep. Okay, cool. And I think that's it. Yeah. Okay, cool. Like I said, sorry. And long night. Power went out of my house, so here goes Liozak. Chess minion. Now I had thought originally when I got this that I'd do each figure separately on a different amount of videos, but I figured I'll just do them all at once. Makes it easier that way, and there's less confusion for me. So, and again, I don't want to. Well, that definitely sticks on there. I'm actually kind of glad that that sticks so well that it doesn't want to fall, and it's not going to just pop right off. They put a lot of quality into these. There he is with his weapon, and that is Liozek. I get his chest back on. I'll put him over there with the others so we can do a group shot before we do Liokaizer, before we do the combination on all of them. Liozek. So that's the first three. Next, I believe, is this one. Yeah. We got Jaguar and Kill Bison. Or Ill Bison. Bison. I really hope I don't get demonetized for that one. Well, these videos aren't monetized anyway. I'm not making money, so. Huh. Interesting. That was apparently, dude's got parts. Yes, parts for me. I honestly have no problem with it. You might, but I don't. So, yeah. I'm perfectly okay with parts for me. If it gets the figure done right, I'm perfectly okay with parts forming. I've always been okay with parts forming, but that was it. But I grew up with G1, so parts forming was the thing I didn't have an issue with. I believe that this goes here. Yeah, it looks like it goes there. Okay, good. Okay. You get the... Which ones are there? Oh, the Bison's is... Yeah, this one. And Jaguar's is this one. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Yep. Okay, let's get Jaguar together here real fast here, because Bison's going to be easy. Jaguar's going to be a little interesting. So, we'll do Jaguar first since he's got the extra parts. So, let's see what we can do. Without the extra parts, there he is. The extra parts on the side, but without them attached to him. Here he is without the parts. Interesting. But there's probably a good reason for that. I am not concerned. Okay. I noticed that there's an indentation here, but I am not concerned about that, actually. That does not bother me. Again, probably would bother some people, but I'm not worried. It doesn't bother me. Because honestly, well, two reasons. One, me personally, I don't have an issue with it. But those of you that have an issue with it, think about this. If you guys have it in combined mode, you're never going to see that. So it really shouldn't concern you too much. But that's just my opinion. I don't see why somebody would be concerned about that too much, unless they were running them in robot mode with this here. And even then, that doesn't bother me. So how does this come in? Oh, okay. So that comes down there. That comes down there. And this whole thing connects to here. Interesting. Give me a second here. Whole unit. Connects into there. Okay, so that connects. So this sits here. You're gonna have to click these up one, the legs up one. So let me back up the camera a bit so you guys can see what I'm talking about better. Okay, this comes with it. There's an extra piece here. You can attach this if you want. So it comes like this with the with all this rolled up, and this is obviously Liokaizer's lower torso. So you gotta unclip these. Yeah, let me just again let me back this up here. There we go. Okay, you gotta unclip these and then click this up one. Yeah, one click. There's this little thing here and this little and here. They should sit in together. And then you can take it back here. There's this, and then there's this, and this should, if I'm doing it right, and then on the other side, same thing. If I'm doing it right, it should, in theory, clip in to place, and you get some giant missiles. So there we go. So there it is with that attachment, which is a little ridiculous, but it works. Ridiculous is fine for me. So let me get his. Oh, I got the wrong one. Yeah. Okay. I grabbed the wrong one. Hold on. Okay, Jaguar. Okay. Yeah, so that's Jaguar and his Jaguar with his chest menu. Alright. This has no use in robot mode. So I guess that can go off to the side for later. Once I flip it back into place. Clip back into place. Okay, good. So this is going to go off to the side because we're not going to need it until the combination. And this one seems, again, self-explanatory. I got a feeling these gotta come out, though. Yeah, they do. Okay. So this, again, seems pretty self-explanatory. This one. Yep. Just completely unfolding every little detail. And okay, that is interesting. Alright, how do I get that over? Okay, I don't. Interesting. I don't think I do. The whole reason it does that? That's interesting. Did it not go any further than that? That really it. Just kind of hangs there. And nothing else happens. No. Okay, that's interesting. Just kind of hangs there like that, huh? If that's for transformation into the big guy. Okay, and then these go right here. Trying to get the instructions. And yes, I'm half looking at the instructions, half trying not to. So, come here. Okay. And he has no elbow joint. Interesting. Turn that around. Oh no, he's got an elbow joint. Okay. Turn this around. And there we go. Sorry, some of these are done off camera. Like I said, I don't know the first thing about I don't know what I'm doing with this. Is completely unscripted, unlooked at. It's completely raw footage. Yeah, so here is Jaguar with his Jaguar. And it's weapon mode. Oh, sorry. Ah! He doesn't want to hold his weapon. Give me a second. Let me see if I can figure out what's going on here. Alright, there we go. Okay. There we go. Alright. I apologize if this is boring. Some of you. And that. Is with his thing. Ah! There you go. His chest minion. Again, it's not a very good turntable. I'm doing what I can with what I have. Yeah. Alright. I'm not going to get into all the articulation and stuff on the review, on this review, so if I decide to do a future review of each figure, that'll be articulation and any other little interesting nitbits that I find later on that aren't in the instructions. Alright. Bison. Yes, I know what I said. Bison. Oh boy. Alright. Yellow bison. And his bison. Now, he's just a hunk of plastic, isn't he? Again, I don't have an issue with that. a lot of G1s were hunks of plastics. We're giant hunks of plastic. But yeah, that's actually not bad. It's got something right here. I think I could maybe. It's not in the instructions. Well, let me see what's possible, if it's doable. Because if it is, I'm going to be laughing. If it is doable, let's see if it's funny as hell if it's doable. I love to see if this is doable. And okay, it is not. Alright. So, alright. Okay. Let's see if we can get him transformed. He seems pretty self-explanatory himself. Oh yeah, he is. He is very self-explanatory. Holy crap. I see almost no, I see no, well, not even almost. There's literally no issues with him. There's a little indentation right there and a little right there, and yeah, you're going to want to fit that over that after you close this. Then you want to fit this over that like that. Same on the other side. We pull up, close, and get it into that little groove. We have the legs. The arms are pretty self-explanatory. So we're just going to take this, slide it back, and the arm is already there. Just take it and turn it. So just like that. Same on the other side. The arm, and I'm going to take a wild guess and say the head is back here. If I can get it. Oh, yeah, there we go. And up and up the head. And there we go. I'm going to put it back on the back of you. These come off. Oh, they do. Can he? Oh, that's not in the instructions, but you can do that. Literally, I'm looking at it. It doesn't show it in the instructions, but it is doable. So you can give him a different gun. Which again, it's not in the instructions, but because of the way it's designed, there's a little peg right here and a hole right here, and that's just peg right back into place. But yeah, you can take that off, see, very easily, and it will fit into his hand. This was just a test run. This is not in the instructions, but there it is. I found something hidden for you guys. You can give him a different weapon. So if you're worried about that little gap right there, yeah, you don't have to be. He's got these in the back here. Probably doesn't do that in the show though. It's there. So here's with the weapon, the dinky thing. Not that, again, no complaints. And chest. Yeah. I don't know if he's going in. Okay, there's him. Done. Okay, that's 5. We got 2 more figures, and then the big guy. Yeah, I do realize this has been already over an hour in review. This is going to be a big review. I might not, actually I will not be showing this on the stream. I will be showing off the figures, but I won't be showing off this video. We're doing a separate review of these already outside the box for the stream. So yeah. And next we have the last 2 figures. Desk Cobra, which I'm so happy for, and we got drill horn. So, yep. See if there's in here. This is also the last box, but again, look at that. They pack these so nicely. They packed these so nice. Oh, drill horn, come on. Alright. And that is the last of the fit. These are the last two figures. I just want to see quickly how these go together, because apparently they're fingers you got to put parts on. So, yeah. Alright. Give me a second here. Do a whole horn in there. There we go. And then disc Cobra's parts. Okay. So, over here. Check, and yeah, check. Okay. Yeah. All right. So drill horn. And his chest minion. Alright. Yeah, I know he's here. Off to the side. He's going like, review me. Yeah, well, here's the real horn. Alright. So let's see, hopefully it's about the same. It is exactly the same. Okay. Yeah. Close up. These unfold. Let's unfold these back. Unpeg the arms. And then get the feet. And the same thing here. There's that little groove. Yep, that's before. Close it up. Groove in. There's also, you can see there's a little hole right here, and then there's a peg right here. There's a big old peg. I don't think it's gonna break. I don't think it's gonna break off that easily anytime soon. So, in it goes, and I could be. Don't quote me on that though. And then again, we are turning the hands. So we've got their things here, and we're going to fold this back, and we have drill horn. Whoops, forgot the there we go. And we have drill horn. His weapon. Yeah, and there we go. Right? Oh, okay, I see how it goes on. Wait, no, I don't see what goes on. What the heck? It looks like it goes on upside down, but that can't be right. Oh, no, wait, I see it. Yeah, there we go. There's a track here that he can sit on. I think that they all have that, I think, but I just didn't see it on the others. You gotta get it connected to a track, but yeah, there it is. And let's get the whole team in here for a quick team up before I do the next one. Before I do Desk Cobra, because the only shows have been one episode, I'd like to get the main team together here. So here's the main. Here's a shot of the main team. All right, there you go. Quick look of the main team, the main six. All right. Not gonna do any comparisons, like I said, or any. You know, this video's already long enough as it is. All right. And on to Desk Cobra. And we know his chest minion is a Cobra. Desk Cobra only showed up in one episode, and that's when he was going to replace but he blew him up. So yeah, he's about as Elbat's about as trustworthy as Starscream. And we never got a figure of him in G1, so this was a good chance for anybody for people to get him. Anyway, I do like this. I do. Okay, let's see if I can figure this out. That's Cobra. Alright. Oh yeah. Ooh. That was loud. It was also fresh, so straighten up the legs. Okay. Let's bring this up. Bring this forward. Completely turn the torso. That up. Fold in these. As they drop over the thing here. Oh, whoa. That whole thing just... Is that supposed to do that? Okay, it is. The head's right here. Okay, for the G.I. Joe fans, I'm going to let you know right now, I am getting Serpentor vibes right here. For anybody that's familiar with G.I. Joe. arms pulled out. And we have this Cobra. Now, that makes sense why it's like that, because he's very top heavy with that backpack. Okay, so I'm going to see something here. If this can do what Ill Bison's does, then, I mean, he does have that there. So, yes, he can be given a separate weapon. You can take the little gun here and you can stick it in his hand. So hold on, can we stick that gun here? Oh, we can! He can have a mounted weapon. Cool. Again, those are not in the instructions, as far as I can see. Cool. We'll put that back there. So it's not intended for that, but it is doable. Alright. So if you guys don't like you guys have a problem with the gap in Ill Bison, you can do that with his guns with his cannons. I mean, I'm not going to say I recommend it. I just found out that it's possible. So there we go with his gun, and finally, it's equipped to him. It's interesting how that just kind of sits there on you. Oh, wait a minute, maybe. Okay, that makes more sense. So, yeah. So, here's going to put over here with the others. And now we can take a look at this box. The final box. It's supposed to be open first, but yeah. Got the little stars here. If I can get them out. Give me 1 second here. That's the first tray. It'll take me a little bit of time and effort here. Whoa! I'm being attacked by pieces here. Clean out this part of the tray here. And this part of the tray. That's in there. All the parts are in here. Alright. Whoa! Woo! That was interesting. Whoa! Okay. I'm gonna go get those. Okay, there's that part. Let me get the other, there should be 6 of these. Yep. There are 6. why they're not set. I think they're 6. I don't know why they're not 7, so you can't give from Jude one, but that's fine. You can't give one of them. There's one where you can't give these two, but that's fine. I don't know. I'm probably not going to display them with this. I might and I might not. I don't know yet. We'll see. But yeah. But all right, let's get the base out. Okay, right away I'm seeing that there is a what looks like, is that the yeah, that's it. Okay. Well, it looks like right away that there could be a spot to store those. I'm not sure on the inside of these. So let's take a quick look at these. Now you get 3 of these and 3 of these. And you get all the parts for the weapon. Now, we're only going to do 1 character with the weapon, just to time, and I'm only going to show off 1 character attached to this, and then the main combination. So let's see how this is done. Okay, here we go. Yeah, you can. Okay, so we're going to take one of these, and equip it with this, and you got your spear, and I'm just going to grab Guy Hawk here, and then the spear just kind of fits in the hand like this. That is literally it for that, yeah. And give them a spear weapon each. Okay. Now, real fast, yeah, you can also connect it to here for the storage. I may do that. And finally, it is also can be used as a base. You attach this to one of them, and you can connect them here. So yeah, I will not be doing that right now. But yeah, I will, however. Okay, I see how it combines. All right. I will, however, be combining it into one stand. So there's that. You need these little pieces to do so, and they connect to either side of here. And then you take these and whoa, come on, really? All right, let me try this side. Yeah. There we go. Takes a little bit of effort. They should. There we go. There's your base. Then we take this and this. This is supposed to go somehow on here. I'm looking. How does this attach? How does this connect to this? Oh. Oh, I see it. Next there, like that. This little piece right here is this part is detachable. Yeah. So this little peg right here, and this little hole right here, and then boom, and take this, and we're going to get that on there, and we have our stand for liokaizer. Yeah, I'm going to put these two, I actually put these two back in the box. Give me a second here. Probably not going to, I'm not going to use my own thing. So I'll put them back in the box in case I cheap. not, so I know what they are. Because most people are going to store them as liokaizer. I may store them as liokaizer, this way as liokaizer as well. So, here comes the fun part. Okay. Let me do this real fast, and then we'll combine things. So, according to this, we gotta take this. One of these. Slide it on. Connect this to this. Alright. Slide one of these on this one. Connect it to here. To here. So far this is what we have. Then we gotta take this and another one of these, do the same thing. Slide it to this little indentation right here. And we connect it here. And connect this one here. This is a very long, extenuating process. Well, very long process. I don't know if I'm using the word extenuating correctly. This is a long process. And you don't need all the extra arrowheads. Those can be stored away at the bottom, on the bottom. So yeah. So we're going to connect this here. We're going to connect this one here. This here. This here. This here. What the heck? Why have we got an extra one? Are we missing something? I don't know why they give us so many. They say we only need 3. But, yeah. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I don't know why they give you an extra one of those, but they do. But yeah, this thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if you want to do 5, but it says you can, it says more or less to do 3, but if you want to do 5, this is, hold on, I'm going to go back here, because this thing's long as hell. Keep in mind, I don't think it was meant to be this long, but they give you enough of them. Actually, they expect you to make 2 of them. But yeah. But one long one stretches like that. From end to end. Yeah. Now, I actually think you're meant to make 2 of these. Yeah, you are. Okay. So we will make a second one. We'll take that apart and make a second one. But if you wanted to make a long one, you could. So we will, since we only need 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright. So, E, and go. We got one, and it's a lot shorter now. You can see it's a lot shorter. So we'll put that there. Yeah. And if we want to, we can make it a second one. I don't know why they give you more than 3. Really don't know why, but they do, and then you can just go ahead and make a second one. So, 1, 2. All right. So now that that's out of the way, I probably won't display him with this, though. I'm not going to lie. I might display him with it, I might not. You have to decide on that. So I'm going to put that there for now. And now comes the fun part. The moment everyone's been waiting for. The combination, which will be in another video. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to do it right now. Okay. Let's start out with Skyhawk. Alright. Okay. We're going to, according to this, remove chest minion. Okay. Alright. So we gotta remove the chest minion. I'll put that off of there. I'll probably find a way to put keep the chest minion on him afterwards. But yeah. But alright. Wanna put the arms in. And peg them back into place. Right to these. Oh no, they do. Even though it doesn't look like it's part of it, they do. Oh no, it is part of the. Okay, it is part of this part of the transformation. All right. Then, okay, that's back here. Going to gotta pull his head back. Oh boy. This is the part that's going to make me nervous. Oh, there we go. Just got to be a little cautious about it. Oh, it says to turn his head, so we're going to turn his head. Let's stick it up here. And this out and get this all the way up. There we go. And then we will bring this down. Bring this up. Leave the hand out. Bring this up. We are almost done. There we go. Get that closed off. Get that up and take it back in place. And I think, yeah, do we need to turn this around? No, but I'm going to. And then all right. Then we can unfold the hand. And we have the first arm. I just have to do one last thing. That and that. And here's the arm. Okay. Well, actually, there. There's the arm. Yeah, those gotta stay up. Alright, next. Elbat. No, let's go on. Hey, Elbat. Come here, Bat. Come here, Elbat. Same thing. Move your chest minion. Let me see if I can put the chest minion in here somewhere. Not there, but I think I can. skillfully. Yes, I can. I can store the chess minion right there. Good. Okay. For now, do that. We'll figure it out after. That might be why there's holes here. Alright. Okay. Put these back in. Same thing as before. I want to get back here. I want to get this head up. And get that connection port out of there. And the head backwards. Get it in the spot. And I'm really hoping that he will come apart in the end in case I decide to yeah, same exact thing as Skyhawk. They're more essentially the same mold. Different, the robot anyway. The vehicle mode not so much, but the robot more or less is the same mold, which is common when it comes to arms. And while I'm looking at him, I can tell he doesn't have a combined, he's a six-former. Six-formers usually don't have that combinder, usually the Scramble City thing. I know that's not in the instructions, but, oh, no, wait. No, they're supposed to be up, but I like having them out of the way. There we have that. And then we get the bat. And put the bat in place right there. So, yeah. And the bat would go right here. And then we can unfold the hand. And we have the other arm. Okay. Now comes the fun part. Liozak. We remove the chest minion. Okay. This one I gotta figure out how I'm gonna put the chest minion back on. But yeah. Okay, so we come back here. There is a head there. So we gotta do that. And yep, there we go. Okay. Close it up. Alright. Put these. Take them back into place. The arms here. We're going to close that up. We're going to take the arms back into place. Right? Are we putting the arms back into place? No, we're not, actually. I thought we were, but we're not. Okay, we're going to take this and turn the torso. Okay. Yep. Alright, and then we're going to bring the entire thing up. And let's put this out. So we can then take those in there. And then bring this back up. And then we can peg in the hands, the arms. Does this stay out? Yes, it does. Okay. We have the top of liokaizer. Okay. Alright. Next is bison. Again, we remove this. And the minion. Then I'm going to transform him back. So, literally just doing it backwards. To the state that he was when he was the tank. We're just going to see putting him back in tank mode. For any full descriptions, other people have put in videos about, showing off the articulation and everything. I didn't think that I needed to do that. It's kind of self-explanatory while I'm transforming them. I would think anyway. Okay. Of course, I could be wrong. No offense to you guys if it is, if it isn't for you. I'm not saying, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying, to me, it seems like it's the articulation with this one is self-explanatory. Go onto there. I think I got this on the wrong way. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Alright. Fix the hands. You gotta turn the hand, when you transform it back, you turn the hand so it's facing this way. Then you can, everything should click into place. Put that back down. Oh, what? Hold on. No, that's supposed to be in there, I think. That's part of it. Yeah, it is. Okay. Alright. This foot. Pull that out. Fold back the head. Fold out the connector port. Then we can reattach this. I guess, technically speaking, we can reattach this. I don't know if it will attach, but it will. We want to, but I don't see a point in it. You can just so there's the foot. Looking at him, I do not see a spot for that to attach. Of course, I mean, what I could do is I can always take this and attach it here. Like that. And have it out of the way. Yeah. Alright. Onto the other foot. No, onto the torso. Alright. Here's where we're going to need that piece. This and this. Okay. I need to this. Remove this, I think, right? Wait, can this? Oh, this can stay on. Okay, so we don't have to worry about removing it for him. Moving the chest menu. Alright. Okay. Fold in the arms, the hands, I mean. Okay, what else are we doing? We are Putting the legs back together. Okay. All right. Folding in the feet. Folding it back like this. Okay. We're going to take this. These feet are going to slide. Slide right in there. There we go. All right. Well, okay, we're going to turn it so there's so this is in front. We're going to turn this so it's like that. Then they just want me to. That's it for the torso. Interesting. All right. Yeah. Oh no, wait. There's one more thing. We're going to take these, and they are going to go. I guess if I did it right. Fit right into the hole and into the spot here, which I admit I'm cheating for this out, but give me a second here. So I don't think it slid in all the way. No, it wasn't. Okay. If it's not slid in all the way, these aren't going to fit back in the little sides right here. Yeah. Incomplete. And then they're supposed to slide into that little groove right there too. So, let me get the other one that fell on the floor. And same on the other side. You want to make sure that's slid in completely. Then these things act as a locking mechanism, I guess. I'm not sure. It might also just be the design. Put some there. And they definitely look like they lock everything in place. They definitely look like they would lock things in place. Alright. Next up is... which is the same transformation. It looks like, yep, the exact same. Which means we pull this off. We'll find a way for that to go back on. Okay. And then everything else is the same. We undo that, open that up, straighten these out, get the fists, turn the fists around the same way so they're facing this way. Yeah. Get it pegged in place, fold that in position. Okay. And then we can get that leg up there and then closed up, and that's one leg. Same on the first, same on the other side. Get that turned around so it's like that. They get into place. The reason for that is because there's a peg right here, and this way the peg fits in. That's way when you collapse the leg, the peg fits into the hole, and everything becomes nice and snug. Yeah. Okay. So snug again. We want to do that. Turn the head around. Okay. And yeah, just like before, the back opens up, but for this case, instead of going back into the back, it turns around. And we have the other leg after we bring this part down here. Yeah, so we have the other leg. Okay, and I am going to slip this into here for safekeeping. There. I'm not sure if that can be, that might not be a good idea actually with the legs. That might actually be a bad idea with the legs. So I need to take these off. Whoa! Fuck. Am I back? Yeah, I'm back. I apologize about that. There was a quick brownout. There was a quick power surge. I do apologize for that. I know I said no cuts, but if this video is still going, hopefully it is, there should be a quick little black screen and hopefully everything came back on. Yeah. I guess we're going to get by another storm, so so hopefully this is going to be done soon. Okay. Yeah. So now, I'll worry about him last. I want to get the main robot done. Yeah. I'm folding these feet here. Okay. How do we do this? Skip over him. Worry about him last. Okay. So, as I see it. Alright. Okay. Here we go. Kill Bison. Really? Okay, please. I am going to try and figure this out here. I think I'm supposed to back that out, and then I can, yeah. Okay, that's how that works. Okay. So the trick is here, you want to take this, pull that back, and then it makes it easier to slide it in place. And then it should be good. Now I'm going to test something here. Okay, good. They're able to slide right back out. I think we're in for another storm. Storm killed everything in for me yesterday, so I hope not, though. But if we are, then that's going to suck. Okay, that's there. So now, oh, this should slide right on. I'm going to pick this up. As you can see the torso. And this should peg right in the back here, those two little holes that were in the back, and then this hole right here should connect with this. If I do it right. Second here. Okay. I think I'm supposed to slide it on first, actually. Yeah. This. Next time, if you're going to do this, my recommendation already is to do the torso first and then attach everything. This seems like it'd be easier. You know, it says to do the legs first. I mean, yeah. It definitely feels like maybe easier to do the torso first. Because it fights with me. It's fighting with me. It doesn't go on that easily. Give me a second here. I wonder if something isn't done right. There we go. And there we go. And yeah, everything should slide into place relatively easily. Wait, does that just sit there then? I think so. Okay. Oh, okay. Requires a little bit of force, not too much, but it looks like it requires just a little bit of force to get it on there. Doesn't want to go. I think I found my only complaint so far. Oh no, I see what goes on here. So, yeah. These arms come up here and peg into here, so as soon as I can get everything in, I'll screws in. I'm going to take the legs off. I'll do the legs after. I think that might be an easier time then. Okay. Those legs are going to tricky because you gotta get in there and lift up that little locking spring. You gotta be careful when you take them off. It looks like, do it nice and slow. You don't need them breaking. These look like they're the same thing that the Dinobots had, and my Dinobots broke from that, so yeah, be careful. I'm sure that goes without saying, but anyway, yeah. So now, let me see if I can get this on there. See if I can get this on here. A little bit easier now that the legs aren't connected. I don't want to get down as much. Oh, okay. I didn't know that you could. Okay, you gotta lift up those flaps. There's these little flaps on the side that you need to lift up. Right here. You gotta lift those up to help it go across. Yeah. And then you can push those back down. They'll lock it into place. And then you can take the rest of it. Come in here. This comes back. And then you take the arms, and they should peg right into the little spots right there. Yeah. They should anyway. Hold on, I think I have it in all the way. Okay. Such, there we go. And there we go. Okay. And now slide on slide on the feet. Okay. So far so good. Now the arms should slide. Now this clasp here should slide right over this. Yep. And I can see where the right here there's a peg, so I can see where he will slide on. And same on this side, there's a clasp here and a peg over here. Now these are not technically supposed to be there, so you can store them there. That's probably where I'm going to store mine. But for the sake of the video, I am removing them from those locations. I still got to find where all of them are going to go. Yeah, where they're going to find where to go. So, yeah. Yeah, now, there's that. So, here is liokaizer. Let me, adjust my camera here for you guys. And back it up a bit. And here we have liokaizer. We have the haslab liokaizer. Now we will move on to doing our friend here has two modes. He has an arm mode, which I don't see instructions for, and he has a cannon mode. I see the thing for the cannon, but I don't see the... Oh, interesting. Okay, he has a cannon mode, and all the excess pieces, can attach to him. That's actually pretty clever. Alright, it actually does show where those pieces can go if you choose to put them on their storage. It does show how to store them. So I'm glad it shows that. But yeah. There's liokaizer. And now our friend Des Cobra gets his spot. We're gonna get the limb out first. So yeah, first things first with the limb. It just shows the limb. It doesn't show how that does. How do we do the limb? Oh, it does show the limb. Okay. Alright, I see it. So we want to take this entire thing, take this off. Take the whole thing, pull it back, pull that up. I want to pull the whole thing straight up. Can it go straight up? Oh. Apparently it's supposed to be able to. That's as far as it wants to. That's as far as it's willing to go. Okay, like that. Yeah. Then like that. Take this off. So there we go. We got it disassembled to the point that we need it to be disassembled to. Yeah. Okay, we can thereby hold that in, hold that down. We then, like before, collapse it. And you collapse the other one in the same way. Putting it, we're basically collapsing them into arm mode, and it's just going to be a little tricky. There we go. Okay. So you want to do the same thing pretty much that you do with the others. And then, yeah, if you want to, you can. I chose to. For, just because I think it looks nicer. It's not in the instructions. The instructions say to leave the feet out, but I'm not going to. And then unfold the hand, and yeah, then fold this up, lock this into place, or do we fold those down? Oh, then all those go up, I'm right. Okay. Into place, put pegged into place. This is turned around. It's supposed to place all that, so yeah. And there we go. So this then pegs in here. Yeah. And we have our arm. And this will take the place of LVAT. Yeah. So if I wanted to, I can come here and, you know what, I'm not going to do it. This can take the place of LVAT as an arm, as you can see. There's plenty of videos showing it like that, but that's not how I want to display him. So, what I'm going to do, I want to display him as is the other mode. Like I said, there's plenty of videos out there showing the arm, and I think it's a little risky to be doing that, so I'm not going to do that. Even though that was the original intent for this Cobra. But I would love to, if it'll let me, come on. I know it's possible. Trying to remember how you were in here. Yeah. Like this, I think. Yeah, you were. Okay. And then this gets folded back out. If it'll fold out. This is the part I was worried about. Being stubborn. It's a stubborn leg. Great. Oh, there it goes. Just being stubborn. Okay. Now we're going to... Alright, this is what I wanted to do with it. Turn it. We are officially turning it back, more or less, into the mode that it was in. Right? Oh no, we're still turning this up. No, we turn it. Yeah. Turn it. Okay, so we're turning this around. Let's turn this around. Okay. So we're going to turn it around. Even though I'd already done that a while back. Okay, now what? Going to... So it's going to look like this. Yeah. And then we have those up. Put it into place. And then we're going to take the... It shows me how to do it on here somewhere. Okay, right here. For this mode, we're going to take going to fold this in like that. Yeah. And then I'm going to take this. They're already out of the way, so that's good. Oh, they want us to fold them forward. They want us to fold this forward for some reason. For stability. I guess that makes sense. These for stability reasons. Okay. Okay. Oh no, it doesn't show that. It shows that for something else. So I don't get why it shows that. I'm not. Yeah, that looks a little risky. All right. I am, however, going to see how these connect in here. Oh, okay. So these guys come into here. All come into play. Everybody. Okay. Yeah, I don't see any place for him, but I'll find a spot for him after. Alright, so this one goes here. Head facing this way, so yeah. And they want the guns out, so yeah. Alright. They want the heads out, okay. So that's one. Turn it the other way. Gotcha. Okay. This one, this guy goes where? Playing this? Oh, I didn't know it could be that. Okay, so he is played in here. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. So who else? Okay. It stays on top. Yeah. It stays on top full good. That's good. All right, that stays there. All right. Yeah. You. Hold on a second. Hold on. Okay. Anyway, back. Sorry about that. I had to mute that. My little nephew came down. He wanted to see this. So yeah. So back to where we were. Okay. So next, him. He goes on this side here. Plugs in here. Okay. So that's basically that. So you go on top. Pointing this, you go on top, and you go facing this way. Yeah. Okay. Facing the way that everybody else is facing. I think it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but actually no. You actually do face them a different way. Huh. There's a storage spot for it, I guess. Alright. And then you get pegged down to the other side. Yeah, did that right. Did that right. Interesting. There's one or two places he can go. So this guy can either go. This guy here can either go here or here. So I'm putting him there, which means I can put you here. Didn't see that until now. That little, here's the little gun. Okay. And yeah, all right. It's gonna be a 2-hour video. Holy crap! I'm actually not surprised. All right, so yeah, there's that. And because I have that extra space, I'm going to take him. Even though it's not in the instructions, it clearly doesn't show a spot for this, but it should be self-explanatory that I could easily connect it to here, and we have everyone accounted for now, and we can connect this to the peg, this hole right here to this peg right here. You see up here, and it should connect to one of the holes this here somehow or another. I'm trying to see how this connects. Last bit of the review is after this. It's showing how it connects to the stand. So yeah, there we go. That is interesting. I may not display him with Desk Cobra, but I am very glad to have Desk Cobra with this. So there he is combined with Desk Cobra. And now we're going to do the final thing. There is a couple holes back here. And so when the stand comes in, there's a couple holes back there. Now, all the pieces can fit on here, so I'm not going to show off all that. I do want to get him, this should slide right on the base, though, into that little, those two little holes there, and there we have it. Haslab's Liokaizer. Look at that. That is freaking amazing. I mean, I am in shock on how good this is. I am definitely in shock on this. So yeah. So that's it for that's it for the review on haslab's liokaizer. I'm sorry it was a long review. It's been about over 2 hours for a review. Not using my review time, and I will be showing off this rather quickly on stream. Just kind of showing it off, telling them where they can watch the video that I did a full-on review of this thing. I may do a full-on review of each figure later on down the line. I don't know yet, but yeah. So this was the review for haslab's liokaizer, and this is True Prime for True Prime Reviews signing off. I'll see you in the next one.